The White House has confirmed that Ukraine is using cluster munition against Russian forces. White House spokesperson claimed the cluster bombs had delivered effective results. Kiev received the first batch of cluster bombs last week. Moscow said they will also use cluster munition in retaliation. Remember, cluster bombs have been banned by over 100 countries. This is because they tend to leave unexploded munition which poses a danger to civilian populations. Belarus released a video which showed Wagner mercenaries training near the Polish border. The Wagner soldiers can be seen training alongside the Belarusian troops. According to reports, the drills are being held just 5 kilometers from Poland's border. Polish Defense Ministry said they were tracking the military training exercise very closely. The Pentagon said it was unable to offer any information on Travis King. King is the US soldier who fled to North Korea. Pentagon officials added they had not received any communication from North Korea either. However, they assured the soldier's family that he was still alive. On Tuesday, King made an unauthorized crossing into North Korea. He is still in custody. At least 4 people have been arrested in connection with a viral video of women being paraded naked in India's northeastern state of Manipur. Local police say they are still searching for the remaining culprits. Yesterday, a video that showed 2 Kuki women being paraded in Manipur went viral. According to reports, one woman was even gang raped. The incident, which took place almost 2 months ago, has sparked outrage across India. Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe is on a 2-day visit to India. He met India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar yesterday. The Sri Lankan leader held talks with India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. He thanked PM Modi for supporting Sri Lanka during its economic crisis. He will also meet India's President Draupadi Murmu later in the day. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunaks' party lost 2 seats in Northern England in by-elections on Friday. Opposition Labour Party won the seats of Selby and Ainsty with a landslide margin. Sunak's party also lost out on securing 2 seats in southwestern England. However, there was some respite as Sunak's party retained former Prime Minister Boris Johnson's seat. The Southeast Asian nation of Cambodia will hold its general elections on Sunday. Cambodia's Communist Party is the only contender. This is because Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen has cracked down on rival parties since his rule first began almost 4 decades ago. During the 2018 elections, he secured a major victory, securing all 125 seats in the parliament after banning the opposition. Clashes continue in Kenya as opposition parties are protesting over a tax hike and rising cost of living. Several people were injured due to the violence. Protests began on Wednesday as thousands took to the streets. The demonstrators have clashed with police for 3 consecutive days. At least 300 protesters have been arrested. Several opposition leaders were also detained by police officials. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan visited northern Cyprus on Thursday. He urged the international community to recognize the Ankara-controlled northern Cyprus as a part of Turkey. In 1974, the island of Cyprus was split after Turkey invaded the north and claimed it as a part of Ankara. The southern part of Cyprus is being run by a Greek-backed Cypriot administration. Iraq expelled the Swedish ambassador to its country on Thursday. This was over another planned Quran-burning protest in Sweden's capital Stockholm. Baghdad also suspended the working permit of Sweden's Ericsson company on Iraqi oil fields. Yesterday, protesters stormed and set the Swedish embassy on fire in Baghdad. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said efforts were on to reach a consensus on the judicial overhaul plan. He said that negotiations with other parties were still in progress. Israeli lawmakers will vote on the judicial overhaul bill on the 24th of July. Ahead of the vote, protests have intensified against Netanyahu's government. On Thursday, thousands blocked a major highway in Tel Aviv. They demanded a rollback of the planned judicial overhaul. Leaders from the Latin American nations of Colombia and Nicaragua expressed their interest to resolve a maritime border dispute in the International Court of Justice. The two countries have a long-running maritime dispute over the San Andres Islands in the Caribbean Sea. They have a dispute over the ownership of mineral-rich fishing waters around the island. Moving to climate, Romania's capital is facing high temperatures this summer. Only a few people have ventured into the streets and very few tourists have been spotted. People took cover in dense parks in the center of town as trees offered some reprieve from the heat. Heat records are being shattered all over the world. Scientists expect 2023 to go down as the hottest year since the record started in the mid-19th century. Hails and thunderstorms have battered parts of Italy. This follows scorching temperatures across the country. Footage shows heavy hail falling as lightning illuminated the sky. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Italy put 23 cities on red alert during a wave of extreme heat. The country has been experiencing a heat wave with record-breaking temperatures. Typhoon Talim has caused widespread flooding in China's southern Fujian province. Footage shows residents being ferried across the flooded roads. Talim was the first typhoon to make landfall in China this year. Earlier this week, it struck the coast in the Guangdong province. Since then, it has weakened into a tropical storm. The death toll from a massive landslide in the Indian state of Maharashtra has risen to 16. Local authorities have now advised to suspend the search. Meanwhile, around 100 people are still feared to be trapped in the rubbles. Catastrophic floods in the US Northeast have dealt a devastating blow to the farmers in the region. Some of the hardest hit farms were located along rivers stretching from Vermont to Connecticut. Farmers who'd spent months nurturing their harvest saw their efforts wiped out within hours. A fierce tornado tore off the roof of a house in the US state of North Carolina. The video shows the debris from the roof being thrown up in the air. The National Weather Service has said the tornado has left 16 people injured. 2 of them have sustained life-threatening injuries. US President Joe Biden traveled to Philadelphia on Thursday. He was there to pitch the idea of green economy to union workers. These workers are skeptical if the solar, wind and electric vehicle industry can deliver economic benefits similar to the fossil fuel industry. Union workers are doubtful whether a national shift to green energy will protect their paychecks. Peru's Ubinas volcano resumed eruptions on Thursday. It unleashed a trail of smoke after days with no detectable activity. Video shows plumes of ash and gases erupting 3 kilometers above the crater. Ubinas is Peru's most active volcano. In July, explosions prompted authorities to issue an orange alert and declare a 60-day state of emergency. In business, a US-based think tank has said that its leading economic index declined by 0.7% in June. The fall was slightly greater than what analysts had expected. The leading economic index that anticipates future economic activity fell for the 15th straight month. It was dragged by a weakening consumer outlook and increased unemployment claims. This marks the longest streak of decreases since the duration that led up to the 2007 to 2009 recession. Elon Musk's fortune slumped by $20 billion on Thursday. This was after share prices of his electric vehicle-making company Tesla tumbled. Share prices of the automaker fell after Tesla warned that it may have to keep cutting the prices of its electric vehicles. Musk derives his wealth primarily from his stake in Tesla, as well as his holdings in SpaceX and Twitter. Ukraine's central bank has said that it will nationalize Russian-owned Sense Bank. Sense Bank is Ukraine's 10th largest in terms of assets and is on the list of systematically important banks. Kiev has imposed sanctions on Moscow as part of its response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Kiev has also opened court cases to confiscate assets held by the Russian state in Ukraine and businessmen close to the Kremlin. The US Federal Reserve has launched a long-awaited instant payment service. The FedNow service will now allow Americans to send and receive money in seconds throughout the day. This will bring the US in line with several countries, including the United Kingdom and India. FedNow is launching with 41 banks and 15 service providers certified to use the service. This includes community banks and large lenders like JP Morgan. Apple says it will remove services such as FaceTime and iMessage from the UK. This is over the country's update to its Investigatory Powers Act 2016. Under the new updates, the government wants messaging services to discuss privacy features with the Home Office before releasing them to customers. The Act will also let the Home Office demand the disabling of security options without telling the public. Video streaming platform YouTube has hiked the prices of its premium plans in the US. This is the very first hike that the company has implemented since the launch of the service in 2018. The cost of YouTube's premium monthly plan has been increased by $2 to $14. Meanwhile, the price of its annual plan has been raised by $20 to $140. Reports say Twitter may be preparing a new job posting feature. This allows verified organizations on the platform to post job listings on their profiles. The feature is reportedly being referred to as Twitter hiring. The social media company hasn't officially announced a job postings feature yet. However, some verified organizations have already been able to post job advertisements under Twitter bios on their profiles. The US antitrust regulator will pause its in-house trial against Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. This may open doors for new settlement talks between the parties. The Federal Trade Commission has for months tried to block the deal on anti-competitive grounds. FTC's latest move removes one of the most significant roadblocks for the biggest gaming deal of the sector. Meanwhile, Microsoft has been hit with a European Union antitrust complaint by its German rival AlphaView. This is over the tech giant's alleged anti-competitive practice. Microsoft has been on the EU regulator's radar for bundling its video app Teams into its Office products. AlphaView said, bundling both products together gives Teams a unique competitive advantage that rivals cannot match. Amazon's palm scanning payment technology known as Amazon One is preparing to expand across the US. The payment tech will come to all of Amazon's Whole Foods Market stores by the end of the year. The biometric payment system works by having the customer hover their palm above a reader device. The device identifies the individual's unique palm signature. The signature is then associated with the customer's payment card to charge them for their purchases. Moving to sports, Indian skipper Rohit Sharma overtook MS Dhoni to become the 5th highest run scorer in international cricket. Sharma achieved this feat during the second test match between India and the West Indies. He is now just behind Indian cricket legends like Saurav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid and Sachin Tendulkar. With over 440 appearances, Sharma has a batting average of 42.92. Meanwhile, Virat Kohli surpassed Virendra Sehwag's record to become the Indian cricketer with the 5th highest run tally in Test cricket. He achieved this milestone during the second Test match against the West Indies. This was Kohli's 500th match in international cricket. The 34-year-old batsman has hit 28 centuries in Test cricket and has a batting average of 49.38. In football, Riyad Mahrez from the English Premier League club Manchester City has joined the Saudi club Al Ahly. A Saudi state-run media outlet took to Twitter to announce the signing. However, a formal announcement from the club is yet to come. Mahrez is the latest in the list of top names joining the Saudi Pro League. Top Europe-based footballers have been joining the Saudi League since Cristiano Ronaldo moved to Al Nassr in January. In more Man City news, goalkeeper James Trafford has agreed to join Burnley Football Club on a 4-year contract. The deal is worth $24 million and is Burnley's fourth signing of the summer. The 20-year-old is Burnley's record signing. Australia beat the Republic of Ireland 1-0 in the second Women's World Cup 2023 match. Steph Catley scored the goal in a penalty, giving Australia a winning start to the tournament. Australia are 10th in FIFA's Women's World Rankings, whereas Ireland are 22nd. England have decided to wear armbands throughout the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023 to raise awareness about different causes. They will be wearing a different armband each match day for a different cause. The Lionesses will be wearing Unite for Inclusion during their match against Haiti on Saturday. Hungarian player Amarisa Tots has apologized for erasing a ball mark during the Hungarian Grand Prix tennis match against China's Zhang Shui. Tots erased a ball mark on the clay court following a disputed call. Second seed Zhang retired from the match midway due to the incident. Zhang says that the ball landed inside the court's line. In badminton, India's Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty reached the quarterfinals in the Korea Open Super 500 tournament. They defeated the Chinese duo of He Jiting and Zhao Ho Dai. The Indian pair will next play against Japan's Akiro Koga and Taichi Saito. In Formula 1, Daniel Ricciardo says he has quote-unquote fallen in love with F1 again. The 34-year-old from Australia is all set to return to the grid in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Ricciardo replaces Nick de Vries at Red Bull's Alpha Tauri team, who was fired last week. Ricciardo was sacked by McLaren in 2022 and will be back on the track after a 7-month break. In athletics, 3-time Olympic gold medalist Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce won her first 100-meter race of the 2023 season. This was in Switzerland. The 36-year-old reached the finishing line in 10.82 seconds to secure the first position. Her 2023 season was delayed so far due to a knee injury. Actor Kevin Spacey arrived at a court in London on Thursday. He gave his closing arguments as his sexual offences trial comes to a close. 63-year-old Spacey is standing trial on 9 charges. He has pledged not guilty to the accusations. Actor Seth Green joined fellow on-strike actors and writers outside Paramount Studios on Thursday. Green said, and I quote, "The production companies do not care about their workers." He stood up for the picketers and said workers were struggling to pay their bills. Green is popular for his roles in comedy and drama. He is known for his appearances in sitcoms like That 70s Show, How I Met Your Mother, and movies like Pennywise and Scooby-Doo 2. Actor Ryan Gosling accepted that his character Ken in the movie Barbie wore the same getup as K-pop band BTS's star Jimin Ken's outfit. In the BTS song Dance, Jimin is seen wearing a black shirt with white frills. The same can be seen on Gosling in Barbie. As a gesture of respect, Gosling gifted the Korean star Ken's guitar. The actor also said that Jimin wore the outfit better. Actor and singer Selena Gomez shared a behind-the-scenes video of her sitcom, Only Murders in the Building. The video also featured her co-stars Steve Martin and Martin Short. The show is a comedy drama series. It is about 3 strangers who share an obsession with a true crime. Famous media personality Kim Kardashian opened up about her divorce with Kanye West. She admitted that after the divorce, she jumped into a relationship with her now ex-boyfriend Pete Davidson. Kardashian said, and I quote, "I definitely jumped into another relationship so fast." She started dating Pete Davidson in 2021. Spanish authorities have opened a new investigation into singer Shakira on suspicion of tax fraud. The court said they were working with prosecutors to explore 2 potential cases of tax evasion. The singer is already facing a trial for allegedly evading taxes worth over $16 million. Shakira, who now lives in the US, has denied any wrongdoing. Actor Jamie Foxx took to Instagram to announce a new project. The actor had been in the hospital for over 3 months after suffering a medical emergency in April. He announced that he was now in Las Vegas and was working on a campaign with the sports betting company BetMGM. His Instagram post said, and I quote, "Got big things coming soon." Rapper Eminem made a surprise appearance at singer Ed Sheeran's Detroit concert in the US. The duo sang Eminem's hit songs Stan and Lose Yourself together. This sent the fans into a frenzy. After the concert, Sheeran said that Detroit's crowd was the loudest he had ever heard. Rapper ASAP Rocky rolled out a new song, Riot Rowdy Pippin. This is his first solo track of the year. The song features lyrics that mention a so-called wife. Fans rumor that Rocky and internationally renowned singer Rihanna, who is also his girlfriend, are secretly married. Earlier, Rocky even called Rihanna his beautiful wife at a concert. Late rapper Tupac's ring is in the top lot of collectibles at New York's Sotheby's hip-hop auction. The ring, which is known as McIvory, was designed and owned by Tupac. He had commissioned the ring after being released from prison in 1996. The estimated value of the jewel-studded ornament is between $200,000 to $300,000.